got some room to work with, to play with.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're coming through there. I come through there a little bit.
Perf.
But hello and welcome to In the Room, episode 2, featuring Andrew Gabbard. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Andrew Gabbard. I'm a dreaming ghost. It's my music name. Coming out of retirement.
Coming out of retirement. That's one of the things I want to get into. He's my coworker. It's pretty sick. We've been working together for almost a year now, and he's got some pretty cool music, and I want to hear his story. So, first off, you're a huge music head. I've never seen somebody go to as many concerts as you. How'd you get into doing, like, you go to EDM fests, you go to everything like that?
Yeah.
How'd you get into that? Why do you go to so much live music? This poster is ACL Live. Shaky Graves, big fan, but
Yeah, so I volunteer for that TV show.
Oh yeah.
But I've been doing that for 14 years. When I was 15, someone turned me on to punk rock. So I turned into like a hardcore straight edge kid, started putting X's on my hands, and I think I went to my first concert at like 15 years old, maybe even 14. I don't know if you know pop punk, but it was the band Midtown and Recover. Those were my first two like pop bands, and then like within 6 months of that, I was going to like fast punk, circle pits, like mosh pits in Tucson, Arizona. So I think right around then, I like started getting more into the live part of it because I was just a part of this like crew that always went down to this same place in Tucson called Scrappy's, which was like specifically designed. The lady who like ran the place, like one, they like brought in like homeless kids and like helped out as a big community center. But every like big metal band, punk band, like all these people, they would have little punk festivals. And so I like got, there was a bunch of older kids in this scene and community, but basically like we went from, I was like going to probably turn into like a pop punk kid, and some kid showed me like Black Flag and Minor Threat and all these like straight edge bands. I was 15. I dyed my hair black. I literally dyed. I'm the blondest guy in the world. Dyed my hair black, and that's how I started going to shows. But I started music specifically. I think like.
Yeah, when did you start playing guitar, right?
Yeah, I played guitar a little bit in high school. I got more into it in college, but I started with drums. So.
Oh yeah.
When
we can get you on the drums later too.
Yeah, no, we for sure have to. It's been a while since we got to this. I probably suck now. I mean, I haven't sucked, but it's the only instrument I like actually learned from a teacher.
Okay.
So
At
he was no, this was younger. So I want to say I was in. So I moved to Arizona when I was 10. I think I got my parents got me a guitar, and when I was in like 6th grade, me and these kids tried to do 6th or 7th grade. Me and these kids tried to do like a little Blink-182 like cover band, but like we all got our guitars and we all just tried to write the like "What's My Age Again" riff. Like just tried to learn it, and it was like 6 people literally playing guitar at the same time, all trying to learn except for one kid who was good. And so I went back to my parents because I sucked at it, and I was like, I don't think we're gonna have it. Like we weren't even a band; we were just all trying to like learn a song together. And like I was like, maybe I need to be the drummer. So I convinced my parents to let me buy my friend. So I was 15 because Cassidy's my like hardcore friend. He sold me a Sonar drum set. And my parents started like getting me lessons because like I just was not good at guitar. I like took one lesson and I was like the hand-eye coordination, which you would think with drums is a little more intimidating. But yeah, so I like learned with him for a year and a half, and then joined a band in high school and like was jealous
What
of.
was that band called?
The Tellers.
The Tellers.
Yeah.
Oh, is that from? You were showing me that song on your thing that was like "Tell Us Something."
No, that was Teplicate. That was a song on my voicemail. No, okay, so this is crazy. So the Tellers. My friend Nick Viamet, great guitar player. His dad had like a band, and like we had built a recording, or he had built it. Cool. I didn't have any part of it, but they had like a full like mixing board, like not the shit we use today, but like full mixing in their like 3rd bedroom of their house. Mm-hmm. And he played Star Spangled Banner in 7th grade, the Jimi Hendrix version on like a really nice. Yeah, and he was like fucking 10 years old, and so like he's like a prodigy on the guitar, and so he was like our lead guitarist, and then this kid Alex Huete was our second guitarist. My friend Tristan sang and played like acoustic if we needed that, and then I played drums. We had no bass player. We were literally 2 guitars, a singer, and sometimes an acoustic. and me on drums, and like we played one show. It's like I have a video of it somewhere.
Dude, I want to pull that.
No, I have to find
Jamie,
it.
pull it up.
No, like yeah. I have to find it because like that's our own. My friend Nick, who had all the recordings that we recorded, like we had like a full 7-song EP that we were gonna like try to release. And he was just like laying over bass, him and his dad were, because we just didn't have a bass player. But yeah, we played one show. We actually broke up because we didn't get into Dorado stock. My school mascot's a Dorado, which is an Indian, or whatever. And there's like 11 bands that auditioned. They could have put every single band on the like actual bill for the lineup, and they just chose to like not give everyone it, like no participation trophy. So like we were one of 2 bands that they just did. No, here's the thing, dude. This kid Jacob, and just in case this ever gets out there, I won't say his last name. He knows who he is. We think he had a little like grudge or vendetta against us. Like he was the judge, and he was in his own little band that was like a shoo-in because he was the judge. Like he like discriminated against us. I don't know why. We're a bunch of white kids. So.
Okay, so when did you move out to Austin?
Austin, 2011. So I had a friend who I'd come out here in 2010 for South by. And that's like I'd already been going to live shows. I probably saw like 500 plus live shows before I moved here.
You go to so many concerts. I've never seen anybody go to as many concerts as you.
I came out for South by. My friend goes, it's a free thing. You like don't need anything. You just go out there and like you go to all these day shows. And this is 2010, and I was like just finishing college. And I finished college in May of 2010. So we came out here in March for South by, which would have been 3 months before I graduated. Came out here, like did probably like 100 shows, between bouncing around Stubbs, the old emos downtown, Luster Pearl, like all this shit. And I like got back to Tucson, and I was like, I have to move there. Like I love music. I love live music. I love playing music. That's a music city. It's the live music capital of the world. So I was like, I have to go out there. And I didn't like really try. I was just like kept it in the back of my mind. And one of my best friends, Amanda, got a job out here. They like flew her out. She's just out of college. They flew her out here, gave her an interview, like the royal treatment, probably making like $50,000 a year as an engineer. But like she like graduated, came out here, and she was like, hey, you like Austin, right? Like, do you want to come live on my couch? And like see if you can like find a job here. And I packed up my car and just drove over here. And that was 2011. So that's August. The first thing I did when I got here was went to Austin City Limits, the festival.
I love ACL. ACL lineup just dropped.
Yeah. Pretty sick.
I might go. You already have tickets.
Yeah, I go weekend one every year. There were like when I was really snobby and I had money, I would like go both weekends when it first started being 2 weekends. They like followed Coachella, or one of the ones that started doing 2 weekends. But yeah, I was always like always gonna go. But I just go every year no matter the lineup because it's a fun thing, and I have so many friends that come in. So like. Cool. I'm going to like go, so I just buy the ticket. I told you at the office in like December on the first. They do like a 3-day on sale for the early bird. Saved me $5 from buying it this time on the on sale. So
cool. Well, now I kind of want to get into like you get to Austin, your guitar, you're musically inclined, live music capital. What's your kind of style? Mm-hmm. Would you say is your favorite style to play? And like let's jam a little bit. You're on Capo Wet.
5. So I think
jam a little bit after that.
I think the big thing is when I first moved here, I didn't really do much with music, like other than going to concerts. I wasn't like moving out here to like start a band, be in a band, do that, right? So
but
like
you like built out a studio.
Yeah. So I'll jump into that. Yeah. But like what happened was like I came out here specifically for like the live music scene, but knowing that like there's a lot of bands out here that are playing, like I'm probably going to be able to like get in a band or be a part of a band. But my issue, which you will probably soon find out, is like I'm a master of none. So like I can play drums pretty well, but I quit lessons a year and a half in, and then everything else is just self-taught, right? So I have really good rhythm from that. But like I think because I never became an expert at drums, at guitar, at piano, at keyboard, like that's what hasn't, like I've never like really lifted off in where I wanted to go musically, just because I wasn't a great guitar player. So when I played with real professional musicians or people who knew what they were doing, they'd be like, all right, we're going to start at a 1, we're going to go into a 3, and then we're going to jump to a 5, and then we're going to come back to the 1. And I'm like, whoa, I know nothing about music theory. I can like pretend to solo. So anyways, I always kind of dabbled and like did my own self production. The first thing I ever owned was Fruity Loops. Like I was building beats in Fruity
Shout out
Loops.
Fruity Loops.
And
Caleb knows Fruity Loops.
yeah, oh yeah, it's classic college dorm room fucking laptop. But I will say this: before all that, I was recording shit like acoustic guitars into a mic. I had bought like before I built studio or anything like that. Like I had wanted to clearly record music at a young age because even like I was the one who had the video camera that recorded our live show.
Dude, yeah,
like
I had one of those cameras that had like a built-in USB in the. This
oh,
was,
like the actual car, like
dude,
the
yeah, those like I don't know, they were like the square camcorders, and I'd make like home videos and stuff. So I was always like that as a kid too.
Yeah. So then I would say it really all started like right around 2014, which is the same time I went from like the corporate world to the startup world. I have a friend who's a really good musician. He mostly plays like cover stuff, but he's incredible. He's like sings the blues. He's a guitar player. He plays pretty much anything. But I went over to his house off South Lamar, right across the street from that In-N-Out.
Yeah.
And this was, I want to say it was like 2014. And I had owned maybe an acoustic at that point. I'd like, moving from Tucson, I pretty much packed my car and came out here. I didn't have stuff. Like, I didn't bring anything that I had in Tucson. And he goes like, I've always been noodling on guitar. But again, I'm not like a professional. I don't know like chord structures. I don't know like patterns, blah, blah. I just play what sounds cool to me. And he goes like, why don't you just noodle around for a second and we'll find like a little catchy part and we'll like try to turn that into something. So we're smoking pot and we're sitting on his back porch, and I forget exactly how it went, but it's kind of the same shit I was showing you in the car. But it was like, it was something like or some whatever it was, right? And I think I can pull it up later. I'll show you what it turned into. And we took it on acoustic and we went into his closet. And his closet's like the size of this. And he just recorded that piece and showed me on Logic that he could loop it. And he's got a little mic like this and a laptop.
We can loop it right here
in his closet. And I go, that's how easy it is to record music. Yeah. And I'm not even joking you. Like within 3 weeks, I had went and spent like $11,000 on different things. I bought an iMac. So it was like 2014 iMac, $2,600, big screen. Got the extra gigs, got this. I got a Native Instruments keyboard, like a MIDI keyboard. I got some microphones. I got the Native Instruments drum machine, the 16-pad drum machine.
And you just started making music.
I just literally sat in a room before I had actually like built out a studio and just like put this all together. I was living with a guy who runs is the sound engineer at Continental Club. So I was living with him. Yeah. Like we didn't vibe too much. Like he's a much older guy than I was, but like, I was trying to like be like, hey, like, does this sound cool to you? Or like, is this something that should go in here? And so I just had a bunch of people coming over and I got really into it. And then when I moved out with my other buddy, we had an extra bedroom. And that's when I spent like tons of time. I mean, we did the foam walls for sound absorption. Like we did, it was like a proper studio. I'll have to find pictures of it, but I built it up and I spent like 2 years really just mostly by myself in there. Like trying to like hash out little like sound. Like I consider myself way more into the sound design than like putting out a perfect structured like thing. Like I love tones and I love like the way things like go together.
I like what you do with your tones.
Yeah, so like I'm into that. Like that's why a lot of my songs sound like the transitions are rough or like they sound unfinished, is because like I don't spend enough time going through like, oh, the verse should really like start to, or like the bridge is gonna ramp up and then down here and go right into this. I'm like, I like that. I like this. I'm going to try to find a way to piece them together. And yeah, so like I just started writing shit all the time. And like I just do a lot of that, like where I noodle like.
Yeah, let's play something. Just keep playing. Very belly, very just open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My whole style is like built off of the Pink Floyd fucking or the Wish You Were Here. Alex, who was the second guitar player in our band, he was learning some shit because he's from Nicaragua, so he was learning like flamenco. He was learning everything, and he was teaching me because I wanted to learn guitar more than drums. He just showed me different ways to like strum and do different like non-traditional 4/4s and like time signatures. And again, I knew nothing about time signatures, but I knew it didn't need to go 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. And he's like, no, you can just literally.
I'm a big power. Just shove. All you need is a chug. Yeah. Dude, I've got a built-in distortion. I can just like... I can cheat. It's called cheating, dude.
No, it is cheating.
I don't know. I think, dude, like a lot of tones and pedals, a lot of people just like, you can just throw those on and like it sounds good.
Well, that's like, so I know you just got Logic. Like,
Yeah.
fuck with the amp. The one that I use the most and like that shit I was showing you in the car is there's like Clean Echoes or Clean Room, Clean Echoes, and then there's Echo Studio. Those three, like, I'm just a sucker for reverb, delay, and
Dude,
like
the Mountain Echoes reverb 4.3 seconds. That one.
is that
That one is saucy. I'll throw it on my voice right here.
you have to get a little.
I know I
pump
can do it afterwards. I can just do it in automation. It's pretty sick.
But yeah, so I think I get my biggest struggle is like in my opinion, I've produced full sounding songs and full this and full that, but like my biggest struggle when playing without playing other people is like the skill difference. Like I can play with people who are worse than me because like they'll just play chords or patterns. Like, I have a couple buddies who like aren't really good, but they like to just strum and play. And like I'm not a good noodler, but like when they're doing.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I would have friends that do that.
You ever go to the jams out here?
No, I haven't.
Have you been to none?
I've been to like one. I was gonna do one like little open mic thing, and I can't remember. But like I got a little stage. So I also played one show here.
Oh.
So
where
at Sahara Lounge. So
I love the Sahara Lounge.
So after
shout out Sahara Lounge. Sponsored by Sahara Lounge. Also sponsored by Blue Chew. Stay hard. Okay.
Hymns.
Oh, hymns. If you want to sponsor this podcast,
hit us up.
Send me some
material.
Nah, I don't.
So I released this EP. I want to say it was like 2017 or 2018. It's called Loud Nights. It's on all the platforms. But I was like, again, I sit in a room and I'll do like and then I'll loop that, and then I'll play something over it. So like some of my songs have like 17 guitars on them, and some have 3.
Loud Nights first?
I can't play it on here. A lot of the shit is like it'll be the way I noodle or the way I do things, but it'll be like looped and then like put through processing.
No, that's what I like to loop a lot of things too.
That's why I like also think I never played shows because like that show was cool and like a lot of people had fun, but I felt like I brought my laptop because all the effects I was using were through Logic. And so what I did was like a week before the show, I took out as much of the guitar part as I could so that I could basically like, I brought my keyboard, I brought my drum machine, I brought a bunch of different shit, but I wanted to like play just the guitar piece, right? And so I like took that out and then kind of like as much as I could remember the pieces from the song, I would like riff over, I would hit play, I'd maybe noodle around on the drum machine for the show, and then I would I have a couple videos I'll have to show you, but and then I would noodle on guitar on my amp, like live through the amp instead of through Logic. So Logic was going through the PA, and then I just had an amp that was mic'd up to the PA. And it was a cool show, but I felt bad because everyone showed up for me, and then as soon as I played, because I wasn't the headliner, like everyone dipped out. So like the actual headliners never got anyone to watch them. So but yeah, I played one show, and then I think it's the passion pit dilemma. Like if you don't have a full band, like you can't play some of the stuff I have, like at least on Spotify, like without other musicians, unless you're just literally hitting play. So I like that.
Says a lot of the time I just make Hosier music. It's like you sound like it, but I
It's also why I love the capo. I like playing
Question.
open.
I wanna throw in one of my roommates here, Avery Womble. Do you wanna hop on drums?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, wait, can you play your guitar?
Absolutely.
Cool. Let's get Avery over here real quick. I wanna hear I've never heard you play drums.
I'm not good at drums, but
you're good, but
I'll try. No, I'll play. The whole point is I don't play it.
Yeah, I wanted because he started. This is my roommate, Avery Womble.
What's up, Avery?
What up, dude?
Get annoyed.
I'm always annoyed. Don't even worry about it.
Dude, can we do a...
Oh, I can't play this. It doesn't have another bass pedal.
Where's the other bass pedal?
Where's the other bass pedal? Why does your hi-hat have a clamper?
What was that?
Yeah.
Like drumline shit.
Did you do drumline ever?
No, I wasn't a band kid. I wish I would have. Like, I wanted to be as good as those guys. They were pretty dope.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Is this thing on?
Last song,
Then I got
boys.
Are
Yeah,
you going to Rockport too?
we're going down to Rockport.
What?
Shout out to Gus for getting his law degree. This just
celebrating?
yeah, oh, part of it, yeah. Sure, it's all about him.
We are gonna celebrate.
We are gonna celebrate. I like playing also. This is something I've been playing with. Let's see what maybe. It's just like. buzzard. Shout out Brady for making our toms loose. I think that's how you want it.
Probably tuning them.
Oh, he was. Oh my
How we doing? No barring?
What was it? I don't know. I actually, honestly, on guitar, I don't know any like theory or anything like that. I just play by ear.
It's just because there's too many strings on it.
Dude, yeah. Supposedly you're supposed to memorize the first 2 strings, then you know all the chords, because it's just the root notes, right? And then it's like, so you just memorize that.
I've tried to learn Cage. I've tried to do all of it. If I try to spend more time with the theory piece or like practicing scales, I burn myself out of like not being good at that.
I think it gets in the way of a lot of people's playing, is like thinking you need to know all that there is to know about it. Everything music theory. I think the ear is the most important part.
So my friend Michael, I used to work with him at Shipping Easy. He's very nice, very constructive, but he used to always give me shit when I was producing music because he's like, your tracks don't go anywhere, right? Like they're very flat. Like they don't go up and down and whatever. And I told him it's because I never like try to structure stuff. I don't need a beginning, middle, end to everything I do in life, and like songs specifically. And like I'd like to just noodle and get, like, I'm really into experimental or like unstructured shit. And so Adam Jones, the guy who runs Holodeck Records, the Survive, Stranger Things guys, I know him. I met him once, and I was like talking to him about how Michael hates my music. Not hates, but was like, it's unstructured. And he's like, this guy runs a record label with like incredible bands, and he's like, you don't need structure. What are you talking about? Like, you don't need that at all, you know? So like, it was very encouraging that like you don't have to do, I need to do 4 chords, I need to go up and down, and then I need to go to my chorus, and then I need to get out of the chorus.
You can always like quantize shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's way better, I think, to start with something like fucking weird.
Yeah.
And like just kind of no key,
Yeah.
no nothing.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
And then you can kind of like make it wholesale, make it record.
Yep.
Make it.
Avery makes a lot of music like that where it's just like, and then it just becomes insane. Like, yeah, that's what you do.
What was that one I showed you?
I like those weird chords.
You like the like this one. It's like, or like the 4 like.
Thumb over.
Yeah, I can't do the thumb. I do my thumbs.
That's the key to that.
Dude, he's got really big hands. Shout out. Caleb got me.
This one. This
All
to me.
hands look big with
This sounds
weird
structured, but it's exact like what? This is just a normal
Play
chord,
it. Play it. You can play it into the microphone for the fans.
right?
Is that
Just
mic
do-
on? Been really into 7/8 over 4/4 stuff.
Okay. I also always play with a capo because I just less guitar.
I know, dude.
Capos
Capos
are
are
too
good.
fun.
Well, like less guitar for me means I can sound better in my own opinion.
Okay. Anything else you want to cover on this thing about your musical journey? Anything you want to share with the class?
No, I think just that I'm like actively trying to bring. So like I told you this in the car, but like last year, so I'm 2.5 years sober. Like part of the reason I left music.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Part of the reason I left California sober for all the lovers. Part of the reason I quit making music was because I started partying too hard. Like when I was in the studio, I was working for a startup, going 60-hour weeks every week, right? So I get home, I would drink a bunch of beer, do a bunch of blow, and literally play music until 4 in the morning and then get up and go to work. And I did that for like 2 years straight.
Yeah,
and it took a toll on my heart, took a toll on my life. And then I would like to argue that drinking was the bigger and heavier problem, but like just partying.
Alcohol is the worst drug for you, 100%. Makes you fat, makes you fucking lazy.
Yeah, and so and you can have fun.
I drink every weekend.
But
Spoken like a guy who's never done heroin.
I'm not a great guitarist yet.
So I quit music. I gave everything up. I tried to get sober once, and I like fell right. I didn't fall right back in, but like I got sober for like 9 months, and then I was like, cool. I think I'm through this. I'd already sold all my music stuff, but I just knew that like being in that studio alone was like my real addiction that was like making me drink and do other things because I couldn't go focus on my career at this other company and blah, blah, blah. So I gave everything up. And just in the last like year and a half is when I bought like a new acoustic. I bought this guitar last year. Like I've just really slowly started coming out of this like shell of like, I didn't want to jump right back into music because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to stay sober.
Okay.
And I think part of that was just tied to the actual studio more so than like playing music. And now I live in a completely different place. I moved back to Arizona, came back here, like live in an apartment, have a girlfriend. You know, before I was like very lonely and just sitting in the studio playing. I've like 5,000 unfinished ideas and tracks.
Yeah.
So I'm coming out of little retirement. Might make another album. Might make an EP.
Really comeback story, like got back out of it. I mean, congratulations on 2 years sober. That's actually really.
Yeah, thank you.
I got friends that have been sober, and it's very hard to do. You got a girlfriend? Shout out. Shout out, Gabby.
What's up, Gabby?
We never talk about you in the office.
Ever. Yeah.
Anything else before we end this episode of In the Room? This was fun.
No, yeah, thank you for having me. I know you're going to have some really cool people on here. I feel like I get to geek out on being one of the early guys. And maybe
cool.
Here's the deal. Invite me back on when I got some more music to show
Dude,
for.
Yeah,
and
whenever
we'll
you
put
make
a
an
real
EP,
jam together. Yeah.
Come back on and play your EP. We'll shout it out.
Be a redemption podcast.
No, you're good. I think this was fun.
No, thank you for having me.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Well, that's episode 2 of In the Room podcast, brought to you by Blue Chew. Stay hard.